Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to solve O-Levels Additional Mathematics Paper 1 in a session May-June 2018 Paper 1-1. So let's start with the first question. Question number 1, solve the equations. So this is a linear equation and this is the quadratic one with a power 2. Okay, so from the first equation we can say that we have the y value is 4 plus x. Let me substitute that y value into the second equation. So we have x square plus the y square is 4 plus x whole square minus 8 times the x value is no, x is the same, minus 4 times y value is 4 plus x minus 16 equals to 0. So this is x square, open the square, 4 square is 16, x square is x square, and 2 times 4 is 8x, minus 8x, minus 16, and minus 4x, and minus 16 equals to 0. Right, so we can cancel the plus 8x and minus 8x. Okay, and positive 16 and negative 16. Now we have x square and plus x square, 2x square, and the x term is minus 4x, and the constant is negative of 16. Right. Okay, let me divide throughout the equation by 2. So we have x square minus 2x minus 2 times 8 is 16 equals to 0. So we have a quadratic equation in a variable x. We can solve it by using factorization. Okay, so 1 times 8 is 8. We have to make a factor to get 4 times 2 is 8. Yes, 4 times 2 is equals to 8. We have to make negative. Okay, 1 times minus 8 is minus 8, minus 4 times 2 is minus 8, or minus 4 plus 2 is equals to negative of 2. Right, let me break the midterm. X square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equals to 0. Right, let me take x common. X minus 4 plus 2 is common, x minus 4, this is equals to 0. So we have x minus 4 and x plus 2 is equals to 0. Right, so put both factors equals to 0, we will get 2x values. X is equals to 4 and x is equals to negative of 2. Right, so we have 2x values. Let me find the corresponding y values by plugging into y equals to 4 plus x. Right, so what is a y value? Y equals to 4 plus the x is 4, this is 8, and from here y equals to 4 plus x minus 2, this is equals to 2. Right, so we have a solution. Xy is equals to, when x is 4, y is 8, 4 8, and when x is minus 2, y equals to 2, minus 2 2. Question number 2, find the equation of perpendicular bisector of a line joining the points 1 3 and 4 minus 5. Give your answer in the form of ax plus by plus c equals to 0, where a, b and c are integers. Okay, now the equation of perpendicular bisector, the first thing we need is the midpoint. Okay, so finding the midpoint, we have the 2 points. So midpoint is x1 plus x2 divides 2 and y1 plus y2 divides 2. So 1 plus 4 divides 2. And we have 3 minus 5 divides, minus 5 plus 3, or we can say divides 2. So from here we have 4 plus 1 is 5 by 2. And this is minus 2 divides 2. And the midpoint is 5 by 2 and minus 1. The next thing, we have to find the gradient or the slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. This is y2, this is y1. So y2 is minus 5, minus y1 is 3, divides x2 is 4 and x1 is 1. x2 minus x1. So this is negative 8 divides 3. This is a gradient, the slope, and we have to find the perpendicular bisector. So the slope of the perpendicular line is negative reciprocal. So the negative times negative is positive. Reciprocal of 8 by 3 is 3 by 8. Right, now let me write down the equation. Equation of the line is y equals to mx plus c. Right, okay, so we have y equals to, the slope is 3 by 8, x plus c, and to get the value for c we have to use a midpoint 5 by 2 and minus 1. So when x is 5 by 2, y equals to minus 1. This is 3 over 8 times 5 over 2 plus c. Let me solve for c. 3 times 5 is 15, divides 2 times 8 is 16. 15 divides 16, and shifting over here, so we can say that times by minus 1. So this is minus and then subtract 1. So minus 31 over negative 16 is the c value. C is minus 31 over 16. Right. Now we have the equation y equals to 3 by 8x plus minus 31 over 16. But we have to find the equation in this form, ax plus by plus c, right? So we have, let me take 16 as an LCM, yes. Okay, so multiplying by 16, or we can say that 16 times y and 16 times 3 over 8x minus 16 times 31 over 16. So here we can cancel the 16. 8 times 2 is 16 and 2 times 3 would be 6. 16y equals to 2x, 6x, sorry. 2 times 3, 6 minus 31, right? Or we can say 6x minus 16y minus 31 equals to 0. Ax plus by plus c equals to 0. So a is minus a equals to 6, b equals to negative of 16, and c equals to negative 30. Question number 3. Diagrams A to D shows 4 different graphs. In each case, the whole graph is shown and the scale on the two axes are the same. Okay, so we have the graphs A, B, C, D, right? Place ticks in the boxes in the table to indicate which description, if any, applies to each graph. There are more than one tick in any row or column of the table, right? So these are for number of the graph numbers. So first we have to check not a function. Okay, so for a graph is a function when it satisfies a vertical line test. When it is not a function, it will not satisfy a vertical line test, right? Okay, so if I draw the vertical line on A, it is a function. If I draw the vertical line on B, it is not a function because the vertical line intersect it at 2 points. You can see the vertical line intersect the graph at 2 points. So this is not a function. If I draw the vertical line here, it is a function. Vertical line here, it is a function. So the thing which is not a function is B. One-to-one function. A one-to-one function satisfies the vertical and the horizontal line test. Okay, so let me check for A. So A satisfies the vertical line test, but A does not satisfy the horizontal line test. So A is not a one-to-one function, right? Because the horizontal line, if we draw the horizontal line on A, it cuts the curve at 2 points. So it is not a one-to-one function. So B is not vertical, but it satisfies the horizontal since still B is not a function, so it is not one-to-one as well. Okay, so C satisfies the vertical line test and the horizontal line test. D satisfies the vertical and the horizontal. So C and D are one-to-one functions. Right. Now for the third, a function that is its own inverse. So we can find the inverse of the function by reflecting the graph along a line y equals to x, right? So if I draw the line y equals to x over here, it is the reflection does not stay the same, right? For this graph, does not stay the same again. But if I draw the line y equals to x, this line is y equals to x, right? So this portion reflect over here and this portion reflect here, so it means it stays the same. But if I draw this line y equals to x, again it doesn't stay the same. So the function that is self-inverse function is only the C, its own inverse. Right, now for the last one, a function with no inverse. Okay, the function does not have any inverse when it does not satisfy the horizontal line test, right? Okay, so as you can see, A does not satisfy the horizontal line test. So A does not have an inverse function. B has inverse function, C has inverse, and D has inverse because they satisfy the horizontal line test. So A does not satisfy the horizontal line test, so it has no inverse. Question number 4, part 1. The curve y equals to a plus b sine cx has an amplitude of 4. Okay, so we have given the amplitude. This is 4. So the amplitude is the b value. So the b value is 4. A period of pi by 3. So the period has a formula. This is equals to, this is a sine curve. So this is in radians. So the period of sine is 2 pi over the c value. Right, now to get the c value, we have to do c is equals to 2 pi divides period, that is pi by 3. Right, now let me simplify this. Okay, we can say 2 pi divides pi over 3. This is equals to 6. So the c value is 6. Given that the curve passes through the point pi by 12 and 2, find the values of each of the constants a, b, and c. Right. So when it passes through this point, we have now we got the value for b and c. We can get a. Right. So y equals to a. B value is the amplitude 4. Sine. The c value is 6. X. To get a, we have to substitute the point. X is pi by 2, 12, and y is 2. 2 equals to a plus 4 sine 6 times pi by 12. Okay, so 6 times pi divides 12. This is pi by 2, and sine of answer is 1. So this is 1, and we have just 4 over here. So a is 2 minus 4. This is equals to a, and this is equals to minus 2. Right? So we can write this down as y equals to minus 2 plus 4 sine 6x. So from here, we have the values for a, b, c. A is equals to negative 2. B is equals to 4, and C is equals to 6. Right. Now for the second part, using your values of a, b, c, sketch the graph of the function for x is between 0 to pi radians. Right. So we have a sinusoidal function. Y is equals to 4 sine 6 x minus 0 minus 2. So this is basically y equals to a sine b x minus d plus c. Right. So the first thing we need is the amplitude of the graph. Amplitude is the absolute value of a, and if I compare this, this is equals to 4. So we have the absolute value of a equals to 4. This is amplitude. Okay, the next thing we need is the equation of x's. Equation of x's is the c value, and the c value is negative 2. The equation of x's is negative 2. So now with the help of amplitude and equation of x's, we can easily find the maximum value of the curve and the minimum value of the curve. Right. So the maximum value is c plus a, and the minimum is c minus a. So this is minus 2 plus 4. The maximum is 2, and minus 2 minus 4, the minimum is negative of 6. Right. Okay, the next thing, number 5, we have to find the period. Since we have already given the period, but we can easily find it by using it's a sine curve. Sine period is 2 pi divides the b value. So this is 2 pi divides the b value is 6. 2 pi by 6. This is pi by 3. Okay, now the next thing is we have to find the phase shift. Phase shift is the d value, or we can say the starting point of the curve. In our case, the d value is 0, so we can say the phase shift is equals to 0. Right. So after the phase shift, let me find the distance between points. Distance between points has a formula. Period divides 4. Period is pi by 3. dividing by 4. So pi by 3 divides 4. Pi divides 3 dividing by 4. This is pi by 12. Right. Now we can easily find the x coordinates of the curve. So the x coordinate starts with the phase shift, and every time we add the distance between points. Since the phase shift is 0, so it starts with 0, and then we have to add the distance between points, right? So the distance between point and 0, we add pi by 12. So this is equals to pi by 12, right? Now in this pi by 12, we have to again add pi by 12 plus pi by 12. So this is 2 pi by 12, and 2 divides 12 is pi by 6. So now in pi by 6, again add pi by 12. So in 1 by 6, add 1 by 2, 12. This is pi by 4. Right. Now pi by 4, adding pi by 12, plus 1 by 12, pi by 3. Pi by 3, adding pi by 12, this is equals to plus 1 by 12, 5 pi by 12. Right. The next point is 5 pi by 12, again adding pi by 12, plus 1 by 12, this is pi by 2. Let's continue. In pi by 12, add pi by 2, add pi by 12. So we have to go till pi because the domain is between 0 to pi. So add 1 by 12, 7 pi by 12. 7 pi by 12, add pi by 12, plus 1 by 12 is 2 by 3 pi. In 2 by 3 pi, adding pi by 12, plus 1 by 12, this is 3 by 4 pi. In 3 pi by 4, again adding pi by 12, 1 by 12, this is 5 by 6 pi. Okay, and then 5 pi by 6, adding pi by 12, we have 11 pi by 6. And I guess next to the last one, 11 pi by 12, adding pi by 12, plus 1 by 12, this is pi. Yes, we have to stop here. Right. Okay, now we have to find the y coordinates. Now how can you find the y coordinates? Let me draw the graph of this is a cosine curve, and we can easily visualize the values for the y coordinates. So if I draw the curve y equals to sine x, right? So it starts from the origin, the equation of x is, we can say, and this is a one complete cycle for the sine curve. So the equation of x is the maximum, the equation of x is the minimum, and the equation of x is, right? Okay, so let me write down the y coordinates now. So these are the x coordinates, 0, the equation of x is, right? So what is equation of x is? Negative 2. 0, negative 2. This is pi by 12. And the next y coordinate is the maximum point. So what is the maximum point? This is equals to 2. The maximum point is 2. At pi by 6, the third point is again equation of x is minus 2. Okay. At pi by 4, we have the next point is a minimum point, and the minimum point of our curve is negative of 6. So minus 6. At pi by 3, again equation of x is, so we have 2. This is one complete cycle, right? Okay, again we have to repeat this. So for 5 pi over 12, we have at equation of x is, now we goes to the maximum. The maximum is 2. And at pi by 12, we have to go to the equation of x is, this is negative 2, right? And for the next point, 7 pi by 12, again from equation of x is, we have to go to the minimum point, and the minimum point of our curve is negative 6. negative 6 at 2 pi over 12, 3. From the minimum, it again goes to the equation of x's, which is negative 2 at 3 pi by 4. From equation of x's, it goes to the maximum point. The maximum is positive 2. And then from maximum, again equation of x's, this is negative 2. And from equation of x's, it goes to the minimum, 11 pi by 12. Minimum is negative, minimum is negative 6, yes. And from minimum, again the equation of x is 11 pi by 12. The equation of x is minus 2. Now we have the x and y coordinates. We can easily sketch the graph, right? Now moving to the grid, as you can see, the points are, we have the y coordinates we have given is from 6 to minus 6, and the x is between 0 to pi. So for y-axis, as we have given the maximums and the minimums, 2 and minus 2. So we can say this is 2, this is 4 and 6. Minus 2, minus 4 and minus 6, right? Okay, now for the x-axis, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have pi, right? So pi is basically 180 is dividing to 6 portions. So each portion is representing 30 degrees, right? So what is 30? So 180 divided 6 is 30, yes. So this is pi by 6, right? Then pi by 6, and then again adding pi by 6 is 1 pi divide, pi divide 6 plus pi divide 6 is pi by 3. So this is pi by 3. Again add pi by 6, pi by 2. Again add pi by 6 is 2 pi by 3. And add pi divide 6 is 5 pi by 6. And the last when I add pi by 6 is just pi, right? Now let me plot the points. So the first point, we have the first coordinate is 0 and minus 2. So x is 0, y is negative 2. This is my first point, right? Okay, now the next point is at pi by 12, we have 2. So pi by 12 lies between 0 and pi by 6, right? So this is a midpoint of 0 and pi by 6. We have pi by 12 and the point is 2. So the midpoint, the middle, we can say, okay, if we have this, okay, let me say this is a middle one. We have at 2, right? And then pi by 6, it is negative 2. Pi by 6 minus 2. The next point is pi by 4 minus 6. Pi by 4 lies between pi by 6 and pi by 3. So we have negative of 6. This point in the middle, we have pi negative 6, right? Or we can check pi by 4 lies between pi by 2 and pi by 3. We can say 1 by 6 plus 1 by 3 divides 2 is pi by 4, yes. Okay, the next is at pi by 3, it is 2. So this is pi by 3, we have to go to 2, right? And then 5 pi by 12, 2. 5 pi by 12 is again in between these two. We have the point 5 pi by 12, it is negative 2. 5 pi by 12 is lies between this is negative 2. So this is a sinusoidal curve, right? Okay, so it is negative 2, sorry. Okay, now the next is pi by 5 pi by 12 we have done, right? Now the next is pi by, this is not pi by 12, this is pi by 2, sorry. At pi by 2, it is at the minimum one. I think I did the mistake in the y coordinates. So again, the sine curve, the equation of x is, you can see the maximum, equation of x is minimum, and then equation of x is, right? So we have the equation of x is equals to -2. The maximum is equals to 2 and the minimum is equals to -6. Okay, let me double check again. So first we have equation of x's and then the maximum point and then equation of x's and then minimum, and then we have equation of x's, I guess. Yeah, this is -2. Okay, so the equation of x is the maximum 2, the equation of x is the minimum, and then equation of x is this is -2. Yeah, this is a mistake. And then from equation of x is again we have a maximum. The maximum is +2, and after the maximum again equation of x is -2, and equation of x is, and then we have a minimum point that is -6, and then from minimum again we have equation of x is, right, and then we have maximum, then equation of x is, then minimum, and then equation of x is. This is correct, right? So we have a mistake here. So pi by 3 we have -2. So at pi by 3 we have -2 this point. Pi by 3 -2, right? Now the next is 5 pi by 12, it is +2. 5 pi by 12, the middle +2, and then pi by 2 it is -2. Pi by 2 is again -2. The next page we have 7 pi by 12 -6. 7 pi by 12 in the middle, that is -6 downward, right? And 2 pi by 3 -2. 2 pi by 3 we have a -2, and then pi by 3 pi by 4 is 2. 3 pi by 4 it is in the middle. We have 2 here, right? And then 5 pi by 6 -2. At 5 pi by 6 we have -2. And 11 pi by 12 -6. 11 pi by 12 it is in the middle. We have -6. And the last is sorry, this is pi. Yes, pi we have -2. Yeah, at pi we have -2. Oh, thank God we have done. So let me connect all the points to get a smooth curve. This is a sinusoidal function. Make sure your curve passes through each and every point. Right, so this is a curve of the sinusoidal function, the sine function. Question number 5. The population P of a certain bacterium T days after the start of an experiment is modeled by P equals to this, where K is a constant. Number 1, state what the figure 800 represent in this experiment. 800 represent the initial population, or we can say when time equals to 0, is the population, or we can say the number of bacteria at the start of the experiment. 800 represent the numbers of bacteria at the start of experiment. Right. Now for the second part, given that the population is 20,000 2 days after the start of the experiment, calculate the value of K. So the population, we have given this equation. So the population is 20,000 equals to 800 E, K, and T after 2 days. T is 2, right? We have to solve for K. So we have 20,000 divides 800 equals to e power 2k. Right, let me simplify. 20,000 divides 800 is 25. This is equals to 25. Right, and to solve for k we have to do natural log on both sides. So natural log e power 2k equals to natural log of 25. 2k, natural log of e is 1. This is natural log of 25. And the k value is natural log of 25 divides 2. right? Let me simplify this. Natural log of 25 divided by 2. This is 1.609, 1.61. Up to 2 decimal place. 1.61 is the value of k. Now for the third part, calculate the population of 3 days after the start of the experiment when t equals to 3. So p equals to 800, e power k is 1.61 times the t is 3, right? So this times 3 and e power answer multiply 800. So the population is 100,000, right, after 3 days. Question number 6, part A. Write this as a single logarithm as to base 3. So the base is 3 here, the base is 2. We have to use a change of base formula here. Log, the base is 3p over log base 3, 2. Multiplying by log base 3, 2 plus log 3q, right? We can cancel log base 3 to log base 3, 2, right? So from here we have log base 3p plus log base 3q. So log base 3, we have p plus q, so log base 3 pq as a single logarithm with the base 3. Now for part B, given that this is the equation, find the possible values of a. Okay, so we have to basically simplify this equation and solving for a. So it looked like the quadratic one, log a base a 5 scale, and 1 times 3, if I factorize it, is 3, and we have to make 4 is -1 and -3 is 4. Log a 5 whole square minus log a 5 minus 3 times log a 5 plus 3 equals to 0, right? Let me simplify this further, and we have log a 5 is common. You're left with log a 5 minus 1. Negative 3 is common. Log a 5, this is a minus 1 equals to 0. The two factors are log base a 5 minus 1 and log base a 5 minus 3 equals to 0. Now let me put both factors equals to 0 to solve for a. Log base a 5 minus 1 equals to 0 and log base a 5 minus 3 equals to 0. So from here log base a 5 equals to 1, and from here log base a 5 equals to 3, right? Now converting the logarithmic form to exponential one, and from here 5 is equals to a power 1 and 5 is equals to a cube, right? So now here we have a value is equals to 5, right? And from here we will get a equals to cube root of 5, the two values for a. Question number 7, part 1, find the inverse of the matrix. So the inverse of the matrix is adjoint of the matrix divide the determinant of the matrix. So first let me find the determinant. So for the determinant, 4 times 3 is 12, negative, minus 2 times minus 5 is 10. So this is equals to 2. So the inverse is in 1 over 2. And the adjoint of 2 cross 2 matrix, we have to change the positions of 4 and 3. This is 3, 4. And changing the signs of -2 and -5. This is 2 and 5. So this is the inverse matrix. Now for the second part, hence solve the simultaneous equations, right? Okay, so hence solve means we have to use the result of the first part, right? So let me rewrite the two equations. So the first, we can say if we have 4 and -2 here, but we have 8 and -4, so we can divide throughout by 2. Yes, so we have 4x minus 2y equals to 5 divides 2. Okay, and here we have minus 5 and 3. So again dividing by 2. Yes. So minus 5x plus 3y equals to 7 by 2. Right. Okay, so what the equation says, it says we have this is the matrix A, 4 minus 2 minus 5 and 3, and the matrix X, XY, and we have a matrix B, right? So this is basically A times X equals to B, right? We have to solve for X. This is A inverse B. Let me write this down. A is 4 minus 5 and minus 2, 3 times XY equals to the B is 5 by 2 and 7 by 2. To solve for x, we have to do the inverse of this times b, and we have the inverse of this matrix, right? So for xy, inverse of the matrix is 1 by 2, 3, 5, 2, 4, and its product with the me matrix, 5 by 2 and 7 by 2. Right, we will get xy after doing the product, right? So let me simplify the product of the matrix. So xy is equals to 1 by 2, or we can just multiply with the 2. This 2 is cancelled with these 2, right? Okay, so we have left with the product 3, 5, 2, 4, right? And 5 and 7. So this 1 by 2 stays the same. To get rid of this 2, we have to multiply by 2 on both sides, right? So we can cancel the 2 and the 2, right? So we have 2 over here. Now in this step we can easily cancel, right? So xy is basically 1 by 4. Okay, now let's do the product. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 2 times 7 is 14, 5 times 5 is 25, plus 7 times 4 is 28, right? So we have xy is equals to 15 plus 14 divides 4 is 7.25, and 25 plus 28 divides 4, 13.25. So these are the values of x and y. Question number 8, part A. Given that vector p is this and vector q is this, find the unit vector in the direction of 3p minus 4q. So first let me find what is 3p minus 4q. 3 times p, 2i unit vector minus 5j unit vector, minus 4 times q, I unit vector minus 3j unit vector. So this is equals to 3 times 2 is 6i minus 3 times 5 is 15j, right? And plus minus 4i, and minus times minus is plus, 3 times 4 is 12j. Let me solve the I and the j component. 6 and minus 4 is 2i, minus 15 and plus 12, j is minus 3j, right? So we have to find its unit vector. Unit vector is vector divides the magnitude. Okay, so this is a vector. Let me find the magnitude of 2i minus 3j. This is equals to square root of 2 square is 4 plus 3 square is 9. 9 plus 4 is equals to square root of 13. Okay, so the unit vector is vector 2i minus 3j divides the magnitude of this vector is square root of 13, right? Now for part B, a river flows between parallel banks at a speed of 1.25 km per hour. A boy standing at point A on one bank sends a toy boat across the river to his father standing directly opposite at point B. A toy boat which can travel at v km per hour in still water crosses the river with a resultant speed of 2.73 km per hour along the line AB. Along the line AB, we have given the speed that is 2.73 km per hour, right? We first part calculate the value of v. Okay, so along the line AB, we have given the speed, and we have given the speed of the river. Yeah, the water flowing in the river. This is 1.25, right? And this is the V. This is a right angle triangle. We can solve this by using Pythagoras theorem, the V value. So we can say the V square is equals to 1.25 square plus 2.73 square. And to get the value of V, we do the square root, right? 1.25 square plus 2.73 square, and the square root of answer is 3.00. So the value of V is 3.00. Okay, now for the second part, the direction in which the boy points the boat makes an angle theta with the line AB. Find the value of theta. Okay, he points the boat, makes an angle theta with the line AB. So this is the line AB. Okay, the boy standing over here, it makes my angle theta with the line AB, right? So we have to find theta. Again, it is a right angle triangle. We can use SOHCAHTOA. We have given the opposite and the adjacent side, so we can use the ratio for tangent, opposite over adjacent. Yes, we will get theta, right? So we can say that the tangent theta is the opposite side is 1.25 divides the adjacent side is 2.73. So theta is equals to tangent inverse of 1.25 divides 2.73. You can calculate theta in degrees or radians because this is not given here. Okay, so my calculator is in radian. Let's do in radians. 1.25 divides 2.73, and tangent inverse of answer is equals to 0.4329 or 0.43. Theta is 0.43 radians. You can do in degrees as well, that's fine. Question number 9, part 1. Find the first three terms and the expansion of this in the descending power of x, right? So the descending powers are the decreasing power of x, right? So we have the formula for the binomial expansion, 1 plus x power n. So we have 1 power n plus nc1. We have 1 power n minus 1 and x power 1 plus nc2. We have 1 power again reducing by 1 and x power is increasing by 1. So we have to find the last three terms basically. Okay, so in the last three terms we can see the first term power is increasing by 1 and the second decreasing by 1, and the second term powers are increasing by 1, right? So when we do this power, the last term is, we can say 2x minus 1 over 16x, its whole power is 8. So the last term is 8c8. This power is equals to we have 0 minus 1 over 16x, its power is 0, and the power of the last term power is 0, and this term power is 2x power is 8, right? And then we do 8c7 is minus 1 over 16. The second term power is 1, and this power is decreasing by 1, plus we have 8c6. The second term power is again increasing by 1, and this is 2x decreasing by 1, 6, right? Let me simplify. Okay, so 8c8 is just 1, and this power 0 is just 1, and what is 2 power 8? 2 exponent 8 is 256. The first term is 256x power 8, right? Now what is 8c7? This is 8 plus 8 and minus 1 over 16, and 2 exponent 7 is 128 x exponent 7. Okay, 8c6, 28, 1 square, 16 square is 256, 2 exponent 6 is 64 x6, right? Further simplification, 256 x power 8. Let me simplify this. 8 times 128 divide 16. negative 64. Negative 64 x 7, right. 28 times 64 and then divides 256 is just 7. Positive 7x power 6. These are the first three terms in the descending powers of x, right. Now for the second part, hence find the coefficient of x power 4 in the expansion of this. Wait, I did the mistake here. This is x. I forgot to put x here. 16, this is x, and we have x here, right. So this x, one x is cancelled with this. We have 6 here. And we have x here, and this cancel x power 4. Yeah. So x power 4, x power 6, and x power 8, right. Now for the second, we have to find the coefficient of x in the expansion of this. So in this expansion of this, the coefficient of x power 4 is 7. Now let me find the coefficient of x power 4 in this expansion, and then we can do the product of both. Okay. So we have 2x minus 1 over 16 x, its whole exponent is 8, and 1 over x square plus 1 its whole square, right. So the first three terms in the descending powers are given. 256 x power 8 minus 64 x power 6, this is 6, and plus 7 x power 4. And let me open this. This is just a plus b whole square. The first square is 1 over x power 4, and then plus 1, and 2ab plus 2 over x square. Right, now we have to do the product to find the coefficient of x4. So just work on the power 4. So this 4 is cancelled with 4. Yes, the first term is 256 x power 4. This term is multiplying with 1 as x power 8, and this is x power 6. No, so this is 4 and this is just 2. No, and here we have 2 cancelled with 4 is just 4. Yes, minus 64 times 2. Let me simplify. Minus 64 times 2 is minus 128 x power 4. Okay, this with the x power 4 is cancelled. We have just constant term, and times 1 is 7x power 4, and this is multiplying with this. We have x square term. These are the x power 4 terms. So let me simplify. So we have 256 minus 128 plus 7. So 135 x power 4. Right, so we can say the coefficient of x exponent 4 is 135. Question number 10, do not use a calculator in this question. Part 1, we have to simplify this. So we have to rationalize multiplying and dividing by the conjugate of the denominator. So here we have to multiply by 6 minus square root of 5 and divides by 6 minus square root of 5, right. Okay, do the product. So 5 times 6 is equals to 30. 5 times minus 5 square root of 5. 6 times 6 is 36 square root of 5, and minus 6 square root of 5 times square root of 5 is just 5, and 6 times 5 is 30. This divides with, we have 6 plus square root of 5 and 6 minus square root of 5. So 6 square is 36, minus square root of 5 square is just 5, right. So positive 30 and negative 30 we can cancel out. So 36 subtract 5 is 31 square root of 5, and divides 36 subtract 5 is again 31. So we can cancel 31. So the answer is just square root of 5. Now for the b part, show that this can be written in the form of a square root of b, where a and b are integers and a must be greater than b, right. Okay, so 3 power 0.5 is 3 power 1 by 2. So this is square root of 3 times square root of 2. If I can do is as 6 times square root of 2. Right, so a is square root of b, and a must be more than b. Okay, so if I can put this 3 and 2 under the same square root. So we have square root of 3 times 2 and times we have 2 power 6 and 1 by 2. So this is 3. So this is square root of 6 and times by 2 cube is 8. So, or we can say this as 8 square root of 6. A square root of b. A is greater than b. 8 is more than 6. Now for this part C, solve the equation and give your answer in its simplest short form, right? So let me multiply throughout the both sides by x. So we have x square plus square root of 2x minus 4 equals to 0. This looks like a quadratic equation. Let me apply the quadratic formula. X is equals to negative of the b value and plus minus square root of b square minus 4 times a value times the c value divides 2 times of the a value is just 1. Simplify further. We have x is equals to negative square root of 2 plus minus square root. This is just 2 and negative times negative is positive. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is 16, yes. And then divides by 2. Okay, further simplifications, negative square root of 2 plus minus square root of 18 and divided by 2. Now further simplification, x is equals to negative square root of 2 plus minus square root of 18. 18 is 3 times 6 is 18. Divides 2, right? And now x is equals to negative square root of 2 plus minus square root of 3 times 6 is 3 times 2 over 2. X is equals to negative square root of 2 plus minus 3 is in the square, so 3 is outside, square root of 2 divides 2. Now we have two values for x with a positive and negative one. So from here x is equals to negative square root of 2 plus 3 square root of 2 divides 2. So from here we have minus 1 plus 3 is just 2. Square root of 2 divides 2. 2 is cancelled with 2. We have just square root of 2. And the next is x is equals to minus square root of 2 minus 3 square root of 2 divides 2. We have minus 4 square root of 2 divides 2. 2 times 2 is 4. This is equals to minus 2 square root of 2. So we have two x values, square root of 2 and negative 2 square root of 2. Question number 11. The diagram shows part of the graph of this function which has a minimum at a. Number 1, find the coordinates of a. Okay, so for minimum or the maximum point, we have to do the gradient of the curve and put it equals to 0. We will get the x value, and substituting back into the curve, we will get the y value, and those are the coordinates of point A. Okay, so let me find the gradient first. So y is equals to 16x plus 27 x exponent minus 2. So dy over dx is equals to 16 plus 27 minus 2 x power minus 3, right? Or we can say this is equals to 16 minus 2 times of 27 is 54 over x cube, right? Now for minimum, we have to put the gradient equals to 0. So this is a gradient, put it equals to 0. 16 minus 54 over x cube. This is equals to 0. And we have to solve for the value of x, right? So we have 54 over x cube equals to 16, right? Or let me do the reciprocal. X cube is equals to 54 over 16. Right, 54 divided 16 is 27 by 8. 27 divides 8. 27 is a cube of 3 and 8 is a cube of 2. 2 cube is 8. And to get the value of x, we have to do the cube root on both sides. So this is equals to 3 by 2. So the x is 3 by 2. Now substitute this value into the curve to get the y value, right? So y is equals to 16 times x, this is 3 by 2, plus 27 divides x square, so 3 by 2 square, right? Let me simplify this. 16 times 3 divides 2 plus 27 divides 3 by 2. This is equals to, sorry, the square of 3 by 2, yes, 36. So the y is 36. So now the coordinates of point A are x and y. X is 3 by 2 and the y is 36. These are the coordinates for point A, right? Now for the second part, the points P and Q lies on the curve and have the x coordinates 1 and 3 respectively. Find the area enclosed by the curve and the line PQ. You must show all your working. So first let me find the coordinates of point P and Q. So first let me do coordinates of P. So for P the x coordinate is 1, right? X is equals to 1, y is equals to 16 plus 27. Okay, 16 plus 27, this is 43. So the coordinates of P are 1 and 43, right? The next, let me find the coordinates of Q. Right, so x coordinate is 3 for Q. X is equals to 3 and the y coordinate is 16 times 3 plus 27 divides 3 square is 9, right? 27 divides 9 is 3, and 16 times 3 plus 3 is 51. So this is 51, or we can say the coordinates of point Q are 3 and 51, right? We have to find the area enclosed by the curve and the line PQ. So now let me draw the line PQ. Okay, so this is the grid. Let me label the x and the y axis first. Okay, so for x we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have given x 1 and 3. This is x is 1 and this x is equals to 3, right? Okay, and for y we have the value are 43 and 51. Let me choose a scale by 10. Okay, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 and 60, right? So the first point is that is when xp, the coordinates of p are 1 and 43. So let me plot 1 and 43. So this is 1 and 43 is a point over here, right? The second point is 3 and 51. So when x is 3, y is 51, 50 and 51. Okay, let me connect the 2 points. Okay, so these are the points P and the Q. So we have to find the area enclosed by the curve and the line. So this is a curve and this is a line. So basically we have to find the area between the curve and the line. So let me find the equation of this line first. Okay, right, equation of line PQ. So for equation of line PQ, first we have to find the slope of the line PQ. Slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. 51 minus 43 divides 3 minus 1. 51 minus 43 is 8 divides 2. this is equals to 4. Okay, and the equation of line is y equals to 4x plus c, and to get the c value we can substitute the p or q. So let me put the p. When x is equals to 1, y is 43. 43 equals to 4 plus c, and from here c equals to 43 subtract 4. So 43 subtract 4 is 39. So here c value is 39, the y-intercept is 39. So this equation is y equals to 4x plus 39. Right. So let me write down the equation of this line, y equals to 4x plus 39. Okay, so to find the area between the curve and the line, first step is we need to find the point of intersection of the curve and the line. Right. Okay, step 1. Point of intersection of curve and line. So the curve is 16x plus 27 over x square equals to 4x plus 39, right? Let me solve the x value first. Okay, so if I multiply throughout the equation both sides by x square, so this is 16x cube plus 27 equals to 4x cube and plus 39x square. Here we can easily cancel x square, right? Combining the terms, we have 16x cube minus 4x cube plus 39x square plus 27. This is equals to 0. So 16 take away 4 is 12. Yes. So we have 12x cube plus 39x square plus 27. This is equals to 0, right? Sorry, when you took 4, move this 39 to the other side, it becomes negative. Yes. Okay. So this is a cubic polynomial. We have to find 3 roots. So let me do this by using synthetic division, right? So the equation, let me rewrite 12x cube minus 39x square and 27 plus 27 is equals to 0, right? So if I can check at x is equals to 1, so 12 minus 39 and plus 27, yes, 1 is the root. Okay, let me apply the synthetic division method. So we can say that, right. So the first we have the x cube coefficient is 12, x square coefficient is minus 39, x coefficient is 0, and the constant coefficient is 27. Doing with 1, we have to move 12 down. 1 times 12 is 12, and 12 subtract 39 is negative 27. 1 times minus 27 is minus 27, 0 minus 27 is minus 27, and again negative 27, and this is equals to 0. Right, now how can we write this equation as x minus 1, and these are the coefficients of x square, x, and the constant term. So 12x square minus 27x minus 27, this is equals to 0, right? Let me divide it by 3, or you can take 3 common. X minus 1, let me take 3 common, and 3 times 4 is 12x square, 3 times 9 is 27, yes, minus 9x minus 9, this is equals to 0, and dividing 3 with 0, this is just 0, so x minus 1, 4x square minus 9x minus 9 equals to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. Let me factorize this. 4 times negative 9 is negative of 36, right? Now we have to find the factors of 36. 6 times 6 is 36, and 6 plus 6 is 12. No, it's not 9. What else? Okay, 3 times 12 is 36, and 3 minus 12 is minus 9. Yes. X minus 1, 4x square plus 3x minus 12x minus 9 equals to 0. X minus 1, let me take x common, 4x plus 3 minus 3 is common, 4x plus 3. Okay, so x minus 1 and 4x plus 3 and x minus 3, this is equals to 0. Okay, now the values of x are 1, x is equals to negative 3 by 4, and x is equals to 3. So we can take the two x values 1 and 3 because as you can see, we have given only the positive side. So the point of intersection are 1 and 3, right? Okay, now we have done with the first step. Now the second step is we have to find the area of line, right? So area of a line is integrate the line we have given, we got the line 4x plus 39 between 1 and 3 with respect to dx, right? So area of a line is 4x square divides 2 plus 39x 1 2 3, 2 times 2 is 4, so area of a line is 2x square plus 39x between 1 to 3. Let me put the upper and the lower limit. So this is 2, upper limit is 3, so 3 square is 9, minus the lower limit is 1, 1 square is 1, plus 39, upper limit is 3, lower is 1, right? Let me simplify. 9 minus 1 is 8, and 8 times 2 is 16, and 39 times 2 is 78, and 16 plus 78 is 94, right? Okay, so this is the area of the line. Now the second thing is we need to find the area of the curve between the point 1 and 3, right? So let me find the area of a curve. Right. So area of a curve is integrate the curve 1 2 3. This is 16x plus 27 x exponent minus 2 with respect to dx, right? So we have 16 x square divides 2 plus 27 x exponent minus 2 plus 1 divides minus 2 plus 1, and its integration is between 1 to 3, right? Now we have 2 times 8 is 16, 8x square, and this is negative of 27 over x between 1 to 3, right? So the upper limit is 8, x at 3 square is 9, minus 27 over 3, this is upper limit. Subtract the lower limit is 8 times 1 square is 1, minus 27 over 1, right? Okay, 9 times 8 is 72, minus 27 divides 3 is 9, subtract 8 minus 27 is 19. Okay, this is 19, and what is this is negative of 19, and negative times negative is positive. If I open 72 minus 9 is 63, and 63 plus 19 is 82. Okay, this is 82, right? Now moving to the third and the last step is, now as you can see, the curve is above, the line is above the curve, so we have to do the area of a line, subtract area of a curve. Okay, so area of line minus area of curve. So the area of line we got is 94, so we do 94 subtract 82. 94 minus 82, this is equals to 12. So the area is 12 square unit. Question number 12. A curve is such that its second derivative is this. Given that the curve has a gradient of 6 at a point 9 by 2 and 2 by 3, find the equation of curve. So we have to find the y value, so we have to integrate it twice, right? So let me do the integration on both sides. Okay, so this is dy over dx. And to integrate this function, we can apply the power rule here, and we have 2x minus 5, its power is n plus 1, 1 by 2 plus 1, divides 1 by 2 plus 1, and times 1 over the derivative of this function is 1 by 2, right? Plus some constant of integration as well, right? So 1 by 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, sorry. So negative 1 divides 2 plus 1 is just 1 by 2. So this is 2x minus 5. This is 1 by 2 divides 1 by 2 times 1 by 2 plus some constant, right? Now we can find the constant of integration by substituting the condition that the gradient is 6 when x is 9 by 2. dy over dx. If I let me simplify one more step and then I will put the condition. Okay, so we can cancel this. The reciprocal of 1 by 2 is 2 by 1, and then this 2 and this 2 is cancelled out, right? And we are just left with 2x plus 5 minus 5. Its exponent is 1 by 2 plus some constant. Now let me substitute the condition. The gradient is 6 at x is 9 by 2 minus 5, 1 by 2 plus c. 2 is cancelled with 2. 9 minus 5 is 4, and square root of 4 is 2, and 6 minus 2 is 4. So the c value is 4. So from here dy over dx is equals to 2x minus 5, 1 by 2 plus 4. Now we have to integrate it one more time. So integration, right? So we have y equals to, again we have to integrate this function, 2x minus 5, 1 by 2 plus 1. This is 3 by 2. 1 by 2 plus 1, 3 by 2. Yes. 3 by 2 divides 3 by 2 and times 1 over the derivative of this function is 2 plus 4x plus some constant of integration. Let's say a is a constant of integration this time. Now y equals to 2 by 3 times 1 by 2 times 2x minus 5, power is 3 by 2 plus 4x plus a. Now we have just 1 by 3 over here. To get the value of constant of integration this time, we have to substitute this condition. X is 9 by 2 and the y is 2 by 3. Right. So the y is 2 by 3 equals to 1 by 3. X is 9 by 2. So 2 times 9 by 2 minus 5, its whole power is 3 by 2 plus 4 times 9 by 2 plus a. 2 is cancelled with 2, and 4 times 2 times 4 2 times 2 is 4. Yes. Okay, so again we have 9 minus 5 is 4, and 4 exponent is 3 divides 2, 8 dividing by 3, right? And then plus 2 times 9 is 18 plus 18, right? And 2 by 3, if we can say 2 divides 3, subtract answer. This is negative 20. So this time the constant of integration a value is minus 20. So the equation of curve is y equals to 1 by 3 2x minus 5, its power is 3 by 2 plus 4x minus 20, right? So that was the last question of our paper. If you have any queries, please let me know in the comment section, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Take care.